Hello everybody, welcome back to Wolfeei. Today we're going to be looking at the blockwars 2024 Reddit Roundup. We're going to look at the top posts from the entire year, considering it's currently the 22nd day of daily December. That's probably going to give us pretty much exclusively posts from this year. Looking at the top posts, top moments, top whatever regarding blockwars. There will be an MCC one as well coming soon, but just wanted to get the blockwars one out the way first because it's usually a bit shorter, and then we'll do the longer one at the end because also MCC Reddit is a bit more active usually, so there might be some like end of year posts that have a lot of upvotes that aren't from this year. Either way, I have some Subway Surfers gameplay on the right here because with Reddit roundups they tend to be stationary images that we look at for about 5 minutes. So here's some movement to look at in the meantime. Anyways, here's a little tweet that was posted yesterday, because yesterday there was a end of year test done by the blockwars team, where the testers say happy holidays and happy new year in advance. So W testers, you love to see it. Either way, let's get into the top posts of the year. And I know what the first one is, and it's ironic, very funny. Of course, this has to be the biggest Reddit moment of blockwars this year. Thanks, guys. Really appreciate it. It's Daz asking to join on Twitter and getting clowned for it. Look, man, I've said this in the past, previous times. I personally don't have anything against Daznert as a person. Him getting in blockwars is very unlikely. First reason, we have too many good players. Second reason, there's some other people that are involved with blockwars that have an issue with Daznert. That is publicly known that they have an issue with Daznert, one in particular, and that reason by itself will already make it entirely impossible for him to join. So I wouldn't expect it to happen anytime soon. I personally am not in favor of it. I'm not full guaranteed no against it. It's just if it were to happen, it would be a very long time from now or in a very, very, very specific situation, which I don't think is going to happen. So that's that. Either way, yeah, being very good and toxic is probably not the best combination you want to have if you want to join blockers. Yep. Especially rookies. Yeah, this was on a rookies post as well, which is really funny. Good player, entertaining streamer, bad fit for this community. This is essentially the blockers version of when everyone wanted XQC and MCC. Definitely not. Definitely do not agree. I do not think Daznert for blockwars is equivalent to XQC and MCC. I definitely do not agree. And then here we have FBM won't let that happen. Exactly. And then don't think the rest of the staff will really want him in either. Exactly. So, yep. Anyways, moving on. Fruit is a visionary. Order up moment. Brother put half a stack of carrots in the furnace. Not sure what he was planning there. Not sure what he was cooking. But it makes for a funny screenshot. It makes for a great screenshot. So you'll have to see it. Hopefully we'll see many more. Next up, blockwars Twitch Rivals announcement. This one was really interesting in particular because after MCC had done a few Twitch Rivals events, one of the main things that people started to speculate about was if blockwars was going to be able to do it. And obviously with a Twitch Rivals event, they probably thought about it being the in-person one, the one at TwitchCon. So when we actually got a Twitch Rivals event set up and were able to announce it, seeing people, kind of be like, oh wow, this is possible is really interesting because there's a lot of people who were kind of maybe just very doubtful, but maybe hating, I don't know, saying no, there's no way, blockwars would never be able to do that, blah, 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 MCC's the best. And then here we are, we've done something. This kind of opens the door for anything, I guess. The main reason why I don't think we would do the in-person Twitch Rivals slot that MCC currently fills is because MCC currently fills it, and MCC is just more prepped for it than blockwars is. And also, in terms of blockwars roster approach, etc., unless all the rookies, creators, etc. would be down for something like this, getting a roster would kind of be pretty tricky. At least a roster where Twitch Rivals would be interested in doing it. And also, the easiest one to do would be NA over EU. NA one we could have, like a Joe Bart and a Sleepy, etc. Make an appearance. EU one, it's a little bit more restricted. And I also imagine that the NA one is more appealing for MCC to do, so it's not like we would like alternate. However, I do think another Twitch Rivals Block Wars obviously would be really cool. And I do think that an in-person Block Wars Twitch Rivals would be extremely cool. Maybe 2026. It's something that I would be willing to look into. It also depends on how much MCC wants to keep doing them and what other deals are related to that. But I would be super open to trying it. It definitely would be scary because I don't know how much experience there is from our team, with IRL events, etc. I know we have some people that have some experience with it, but I don't know if they would be able to dedicate the time for it. So we'll see. But yes, this Twitch Rivals announcement was very hype. I do think that the resulting roster was pretty good. It felt like it was some of the more popular, notable people that have played in the history of Block Wars, all making an appearance, plus a very surprising appearance from newcomer Papaplatte, of course, which was very exciting. So yeah, cool, cool all over, cool overall. Sorry. Next up, what? This was the other really insane announcement this year. Block Wars has had 2 really insane announcements. Well, maybe 3 if you count the Iron Mouse team announcement. I don't know if we're going to see that one. But 2 insane announcements this year. One of them being the Twitch Rivals. Second one, which was probably a bit more insane considering it was earlier, was a Chipotle-sponsored event for Block Wars Chaos, which was such an interesting timeline, interesting overlap in terms of events. But yes, a Chipotle sponsored event did happen in March this year, and it was quite the experience. I think there is a chance that you'll see sponsored events happen. I have no clue how likely it is, because these things tend to be confirmed very short notice. It's this Chipotle sponsorship, I think, was only confirmed around. It was either around Rookies slightly before or after, and this was Rookies 2, which was the event the month before. So there was very little time for us to set this up properly and get things fully ironed out and confirmed, which I think if we were to have another sponsored event would probably happen again. I do think that there is a bit more potential for sponsored events to happen. For those of you who are not aware, obviously at the start of this year there was some drama in the community. Some people that were pretty notable in the Minecraft event scene either got canceled or had significant rumors that partially canceled them, or they just had a big loss in audience, and that got to quite a popular. It was pretty mainstream internet stuff, at least for gaming, which kind of was the reason why some companies were less interested in advertising within Minecraft, which is why getting more sponsors has been tricky. But that kind of negative wave has kind of washed away, so it might be possible to have another sponsored event here and there. And overall, I just think it's very interesting to have sponsored events. For this one, we had a very simple approach. They had one thing they want to advertise, and we put that in order up. So simple, but it is possible that, for a bit more of a significant sponsorship, maybe a bit more involved sponsorship, you might even see custom game modes or something, right? Something like that, which I think would be really sick, but I don't know. Next up, Fruit inventory jamming in Spleef featuring Feinberg's reaction.
FMM! Nice! Jam this! Yeah!
That's crazy. I assume this is Rookies 2, where Feinberg was not in, and I assume he did a watch party. A live one, I assume, because I think this on the left is Fruit's chat, so this on the right must have been Fine's chat. Or this on the right might have been Fine's chat, and this on the left might be Fruit's chat. I don't know. Or maybe both? I have no clue. Maybe Fine's chat wasn't on screen this time around. But, crazy. Crazy play either way. To force momentum in Spleef is just like insane. I mean, obviously force momentum once you master it is not that tricky, but like holy moly, man, force momentuming in Spleef is kind of insane. Also, Fruit kind of dominating this top board. He's got the number 2 most upvoted and the number 5 most upvoted. Technically Fines in this one, but Fruit's crazy. And then number 6 too. Blockwars Chaos had some really interesting things in store in terms of team announcements, including this one, which for those of you who missed it, Blockwars Chaos overall as like an announcement, session, the whole cycle, I should rather say, the announcement cycle for the Blockwars Chaos Chipotle sponsored event was quite the experience. It was the first time that I think an event had experimented with different sized teams existing in the same roster, and that might be a staple thing that we'll continue to do for Blockwars Chaos. And before this, I think we had 3 teams announced that were teams of 4. So people were like, oh, it's teams of 4 this time. Oh, maybe they're doing like an MCC thing, blah, 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 blah. Boom, team of 5, fire in the hole. It's like an absolutely insanely overpowered team. However, they're all on controllers. Which still, it was very strong of a team. But it is really funny just because it was, as much as this was a really strong team and it was definitely overpowered, had they not been on controllers, they would have been so much more overpowered. So this ended up being quite the fun team to have in. Probably a one-time. I don't know when Sam or Kalen would make an appearance again in another regular Block Wars, but maybe Kalen. I don't think Sam would want to anymore. But yeah, crazy that this happened, and it was such a sick experience considering this was like the finale team against the absolute insane Joe Bart's like rock paper scissors performance. Like holy moly. Next up, Block Wars 13 top frag stats. I'm actually surprised that this post is this high up. Maybe there is something that I didn't notice that was crazy here. W for top frag. All 3 of Fruit's Cannon teams have been in last place just for Fruit. He did get justice. Oh, sorry. Fruit needs to be on a team with Feinberg. I don't know about that. But yeah, this was the top frag stats for Block Wars 13. With Fruit, despite having a last place team, he did bring the most percentage coins for his team compared to other top frags. And also, yeah, very cool to see Fur being the top frag of a team with still pretty good percentage of points scored for his team. I'm pretty sure this blue team ended up placing like mostly next to each other, with the exception for Tobbs and maybe May, but I'm not sure. But yeah, very interesting. This one with Fine here as well, like the 30%. I think I was in, I assume, let's see, 6th probably in this event, or like 7th, considering JoJo got 5th. So I probably got 6th, 7th, which means that I probably also got like 20 point something, 5% at least of the team's points, maybe a bit less, bit more. So that's crazy that just us 2 together pulled in like probably like close to 60%, which is crazy. But yeah, very cool that these types of posts make it very high up in the rankings. I like that. JoJo solos. Well, this is what I was talking about. This is what I was talking about in terms of the Joe Bart rock paper scissors dominance. If you're new to Block Wars and you have not watched Block Wars Chaos, do yourself a favor and watch Block Wars Chaos. The experience is fantastic. I don't know which team will be the most like ideal POV for a rewatch of Block Wars Chaos. I played in it myself. I don't think my POV would be the most favorable, but watch like the whatever POV from like maybe Green Team or maybe the Aqua Team. I think that'll be your main favorites for like a cool event experience, because it's just insane. It's just genuinely an insane like event experience overall. So yeah, highly recommend it. Probably gonna be one of the most notable Block Wars events ever, considering just how much happened in it that was like weird and wacky and crazy. So yeah, that's awesome. Next up, another fruit berries clip. Fruit, just the people love fruit berries. You can tell. All right, let's see what's in store for this clip.
And then follow me. Okay. This might be a bad idea.
Wait, this one's gonna be live, isn't it?
Okay. Go this way. Ah!
Yep. I just remembered. Yep, that was yep. Yep. Anyways, that's also for Blockwars Chaos, by the way. The reason why that happened is because he was on a controller. Blockwars 11 Feinberg team. Oh, yeah. So Blockwars 10 was the first event of the year, and Fine had a really strong team. Accidentally, because I gave Feinberg a bunch of people who play, who played okay, but never like really played well. So when I had them all on the same team, bouncing wise, which is mainly because of certain players' pickiness with teammates, it looked like it was going to be fair. It turned out to not be fair. So this is why people decided the next Blockwars team for Feinberg gotta be him and 4 rocks. They're all different rocks. I commend the effort for picking 4 different rocks, but yes, that was what people asked for. It kind of happened just a few events later. Blockwars Rookies is when it happened. Rookies 3 to be specific. Anyways, next up, average Blockwars practice. Yup, they're on controllers, so they're probably playing Mario Kart. Yup, you love to see it. This is the Shroom Ridge challenge, I assume, that they were attempting here. I remember this era where we used to play what's it called? Mario Kart a little bit. It was like only a few sessions total, but it was really fun overall. I think Mario Kart sessions might make a return at some point whenever people are out of other stuff to stream, and it's just going to be Mario Kart until we die, I guess. I don't know. It's I do think it's very like commendable effort to just be full sending it on Mario Kart as practice. I love how unserious this is. They still did practice properly, which makes sense because obviously they are on controllers. Like for some of them, for the first time, really playing Minecraft with controllers. So they're trying to get adjusted. Because going in fully blind, going in fully blind probably wouldn't have been the most enjoyable experience, because if you're unable to have control over your gameplay, it tends to not be that fun. So I'm glad that they ended up practicing and doing well. It was a very fun moment overall. Next up, Fruit's Infinite Money Glitch featuring Feinberg again. Dude, it's just fruit berries is all over this Reddit, man.
Oh my god, I'm so fucking trash, dude.
Hold on.
Calm down. Don't let the tilt.
Wow!
I'm a ninja.
That was fucking awesome!
You went.
Well, let's see if he does it again. The clip is longer. He might do it again.
That was fucking
I'm actually staying
awesome!
here. This spot's insane.
Is he gonna do it again? He might do it again.
That was so good. Fruit up! Do it again!
To see me.
Oh my god.
Money glitch.
I don't see any of the hunters yet. If I look around.
That is crazy. That is actually insane. I've seen this before, of course, but holy moly, man. I think this has been nerfed. Just for anyone who was wondering, I'm pretty sure this has now been nerfed. But that is very funny. Alright, next up. Blockwars Traded Challenge Top Rank Stats also got a lot of votes. This is the second time we see one of these posts, in which Feinberg got the biggest percentage. Are we surprised? Not really, are we? I mean, makes sense. Also, Shane getting the second most in terms of percentage points is still pretty good, considering that he had another S tier on his team. And as much as having another S tier teammate helps to, give you some wiggle room to play with, something that also happens is that you tend to take points away from each other in stuff like, battle. So still getting 29, or close to 30% is very good. And then Red coming in third with also 29%. But then the gap between Red and Ant, I think, is the one behind. It's crazy. 29% to 25? Damn, bro. Damn. I mean, Ant also had a very good team, so that's another situation where you're gonna have a bit more shared score percentage across the board, and yeah, for the rest, cool. Cool. Sorry, cool stats. For the rest, oh my fish stopped fishing. All right, cool. Next up is what is Mr. CEO of Blockwars doing in a toy shop? What the freak? I remember this. I remember seeing a post like this. I don't know what this is. I don't know where this is. Let's see. Athos, is this like Altura and Articula Ciao? Is that Portuguese or is that Spanish? I feel like that might be Portuguese. So that's probably what South America is maybe where this is at. If there is an answer, I don't know if there is an answer. No. That's crazy, though. That is insane. Huge. Pal World got Blockwars Origins canceled. Pal World broke Blockwars. Blockwars uses the same server provider as Pal World, and Pal World has its peak players same time as Blockwars. Correct. That is what happened. One of the Blockwars Origins this year got canceled. Was it this year? No, this might have been last year. Oh, when was this? I don't remember when this was specifically, but there was one. There was one not too long ago. It might have been the last Block Wars of 2023 where this happened. I'm not sure to be exact because I forgot. I kind of didn't really want to remember this happening, but yes, it did happen. There was an Origins event that was lagging very badly because we had some server issues already. Just from the jump, we were having server issues with Blockwars for a little bit in general. This was during Series 2, by the way, so that's why, you can understand Series 2 is scuffed, so that's why things were a little bit silly sometimes. But yeah, it got to the point where in Origins, the thing broke so bad that we were just like, yep, can't host an event anymore. We'll try again another time, and we did. We did try it again another time. Which is why I think if you go to the website, actually, let me see if it's true. I don't know if Origin stats are on the website, but I'm pretty sure if you go to the Origins website, you're going to see a gap. Yeah, 26, Block Wars Origins 26, never happened. For reference, that's the one that broke. So I don't know when 26 was. 27 was in, oh, hello, let's go back. 27 was in February, and this one was, so this was in June. Or sorry, not June, January. This was in January, I think, probably. Because yeah, 26 would have been in January. So start of the year, this happened. Pal World peak broke Block Wars. Very fun. Winners POV. W Art, you love to see it. I think it's because I finally win one, and then just Feinberg wins one after losing so many finales, and then also Giga and Doki and Gumi winning is also really fun. So overall, I think this is just a great team combination for people to like seeing a win. And yeah, no, it was a fun team. It was sick. It was super fun. I really had I had a great time with this team, and also was glad to finally be able to team myself up with like an S tier again, because I think I was the top frag for most of my Block Wars teams. At least I was supposed to be the top frag balancing wise for the teams that I've had in the past. In which case, this time I was meant to be the second frag, and definitely was the second frag. So yeah. Maybe we'll see me pair up with another good player again soon, probably, in one of the future events. But we'll see, I guess. I'm one of the people that is the easiest to team with people. So in the instance that there might be a trio of players that's a bit weaker and maybe a bit more variety oriented, you'll see me on there together with another higher end player. Kind of similar to this team, but in this case, Gumi obviously was a little underestimated. I knew Gumi was good, but I didn't expect Gumi to do better than rookies. So crazy. Anyways, well, that was actually this is not better than rookies, but still, Gumi to do really well like that, because the only time Gumi had played before this was rookies, and that's kind of hard to predict, really, to pinpoint how well someone will actually do. Anyways, next up, PB11 Crimson way too cracked. Fastest players: Purple, Feinberg, Wolfeei, Kylef. And then guess what the PB11 Crimson team was? Purple, Feinberg, Wolfeei, and Kylef. Yep. Yeah, fastest player-wise, Fein beat me. I'm pretty sure in points I beat him, though. So, noob alert, noob alert. Feinberg, kind of a noob alert. Easy. Anyways, PB Dragon Pit. I don't know why PB Dragon Pit's being talked about on the Block Wars Reddit, but okay. Yeah, no, PB Dragon Pit's definitely one of the best events ever. Yes, correct. Not really something that I will talk about in this video because I plan to talk about PB Dragon Pit for Daily December at another time. But yes, very, very cool Minecraft event. Next up, Block Wars Rookies 3 top frag stats. Boom! We have Feinberg with 36, almost 37%, which makes sense because it's rookies, but damn, bro. Damn. 36, 37, whatever percent is crazy. Then in second was Kaman, which makes sense, and then in third was Misty, which makes sense. Then you have me in fourth with 32%, also makes sense. I was my team's top frag by quite a margin. Then Sandwich, then Boostfer, then Zekin, then Joe Bart. And the most interesting thing here to look at is Joe Bart, right? Because he is the top frag of his team with a 22%, score of his team scored, which means that he's only like 2% away from having equal points pretty much across the team, which if you look at the Blockwars Rookies 3 leaderboard, I'm fairly sure that all of yellow is like super close. Yeah. Joe, Lee, Anthos, and GU, literally all back-to-back. And then you have Rev down here. But, like, not even that far behind. That's, like, maybe 10 placements behind, right? Or like, 15 placements behind. Which, usually with this type of format, you'll expect, like, 14 players to be, like, that high up, and then your last player's, like, down here. But, no, this is still pretty solid. So, yeah, no. Crazy team in terms of balancing. Hopefully we see stuff like that happen more this year. I do not know how often we'll be able to do those types of team balancing because the middle frag players on teams are very valuable. It's very hard to, just kind of put the middle frags all over the board and try to make other teams balanced. So we'll see what's possible, but very cool to see that specifically as well. Here's a Mayhem team. Whatever. Kalen, Nomad, Feinberg, Turbo Piggy. I guess, yeah, no, Fine and Kalen. I don't even think this team won, did they? I know they dominated like some of the team games, but that's about it. Next up, Wolfeei's great, but I see a lot of people when teams drop and stuff being like, Wolfeei did a great job, or Wolfeei picked great numerous, all is cool, nothing wrong. But to my knowledge, Wolfeei's the main team maker, but I'm pretty sure Anthos helps a lot with inviting newcomers and teams, and I remember lots of people from last rookie saying they got invited from Anthos. Also, I'm pretty sure Missy enough to help with the teams. I think showing Wolfeei love is cool, but I don't want anyone to go underappreciated. Just a little post to get some appreciation. Yes, Anthos deserves a lot of props for getting like a lot of the people that are like variety oriented in Block Wars, or getting them in initially. From his initial invite, I try to reach out to creators that upon joining, I get contact with to make it so he doesn't have to do everything because I feel bad if he has to do everything. But yes, very good post. Anthos deserves a lot of props for what Block Wars is able to do in terms of what players entered the event. And for the rest, it is mainly just me and Anthos. I understand that like Misty and Shane and is that Booster? Brother. I know Misty and Shane are credited for player management, but realistically speaking, they don't do that much, which is fine. They aren't expected to do a lot. There's not a lot they can do. It's more a thing where I will ask them like, hey, could you do this for me? Like, could you message this person, blah, 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 whatever. And they'll say yes. But for the most part, I'm the team maker. Anthos will do some of the invites. I'll do some of the invites nowadays. And that's how it goes. I'll share the team makings stuff with Anthos just so he can give some feedback for some of the people that I might be less familiar with, or just to get another perspective on everything. Because sometimes, I might have tunnel vision on an idea and accidentally make something that's too good. The Anthos and I kind of tag team that the approach for Block Wars, and I think it results in some great events and great rosters overall. So I like it. I like the way things are going. I like it a lot. Next up, here is a post related to the, I think, first few people that got revealed to be in the Twitch Rivals event. Obviously, Joe Bart, Purpled, Anthos, I feel like were some of the most expected people to be in this type of event. Then unannounced player was, as we later found out, someone who's confirmed but not confirmed fully in terms of filling out info to be on the website, which is why there was like 12 of them, or like more maybe, across the entire Twitch Rivals website revelations and stuff. But yeah, very fun overall. Next up, the result does not tell the whole story. Pink after 7 out of 7 games. Pink after 5 out of 7 games. What? Is this Mayhem? Why is Mayhem posts being on blockwars? Why is it so high? Is it because of Feinberg? I mean, yeah, this is what I mean. So they did end up winning, or they at least made the finale. I don't know if they ended up winning, but they made it to the finale at least. Cool. Anyways, the Joe Bart effect. 10 haunting photos taken moments before disaster. This, if you're not aware, this is a screen cap from the hub where Rock Paper Scissors was played. This was the Rock Paper Scissors map. There was a freaking like planet collision crazy map surrounding it. This is crazy. I mean, yeah, no, this is like mentioned, gonna go down as one of the craziest moments ever in blockwars history. It was insane. Fruit berries. People love fruit berries. Fruit in PB wins PB back to back to back, has 60% win rate. Fruit in block war gets last in normal event, never won a finale. Yep, it'd be like that. I mean, yeah. But before Rivals, it wasn't even gets last, never won a finale. It's just gets last and never makes the finale. He's made it to finale now at least once, so that's something to look at, I guess. Yeah, which PB teams has he had? I guess his first one I think was with Kel, which I don't think they won. Then his second one was with me, which we got third, and then he won 3 back-to-back. Yes. Okay. Wow. It's crazy. Every time someone outplaced Fine, Kalen, Toff, and Kel in a Minecraft event. Feinberg got outplaced 6 times by Kalen, 5 times by Shane, and 4 times by Silver. Is that every single Mayhem that they played in or something? And maybe a PB? Because Silver's only played like 1 PB and exclusively Mayhem past, that's kind of it. So that's crazy. Damn. Damn. Oh, this is plus non-canon? What's non-canon? Sorry. Did I assume purpled? What did purpled outfrag Fine? In like a MCC? I don't know. And then fruit? Like an MCC? I don't know. Kalen, 10 times Toph outfragged Kalen, damn. I mean, this is because they played in like Origins a bunch, right? So that's mostly why. Only 1 time has Fine outfragged Kalen, that's crazy. Here's with non-cannons or whatever. Toph has been outfragged 8 times by Cal, damn, that's his #1 op, I guess. Jesus Christ. Has Toph never been outfragged by Feinberg? No, I'm blind. He's right there. 2 times. Okay, cool. And then non-canon, whatever. Cal. Wow, this list really is quite short, isn't it? Kalen's outfragged him 3 times. 3 times. Cal has been outfragged by Kalen. That is crazy. That is genuinely crazy. Next up, post from blockwars Twitch Rivals. blockwars Twitch Rivals from a Papaplatte viewer perspective. I don't know if I ever talked about this. I think I might have talked about this in the Twitch Rivals review if I did one. I don't remember if I did one. I probably did. One, sorry for bad English grammar, and this post won't be the best. That's totally fine. He had a blast, really enjoyed all the games, was really impressed with the quality. He often said that he would like to play this kind of event again. Also thought if it possible to do a German block course. Yep, okay. Cool. He was really nervous at first. He had no clue about the games and the players and spent the first 4 hours studying the games and training. That's crazy. The team was really nice to him, which I think helped him with the nervousness because the vibes were awesome before the event even started. Hell yeah. W team, by the way. I'm so glad that we picked the team that we ended up picking because that's just like the comfort group, you know? That's kind of the comfortable people to be on a team with. I think it's a little funny that it was going to be a really stacked event and then thought he was going to be the worst one in the whole event. I think it really calmed him down when he realized that there was a lot of non-pro micro players. Correct. He tried to talk a lot with his teammates, which was a little hard for him, I think, just because chat was still talking to him in German, so he had to switch between talking to his teammates and making content for his own German channel, but I think that also got better with some time. I think that's part of the nervousness, because I recently saw Papaplatte play in a GeoGuessr tournament with, like, a large group of variety streamers, and he was speaking English just fine, which I think is just because that's more of like his friends, or maybe he's just more, you know, he knows them a bit more, so he's a bit more comfortable, I guess, talking there. So I think a lot of the nervousness probably was why he might have had a bit of a tougher time speaking English, because he's trying to like understand how things are working, etc. Right? His favorite game is Extraction. I think it was easier for him to perform there just because he's more of a variety streamer than a micro streamer, and Extraction feels more like an FPS game than a micro PvP game. Fair enough. I did not know that he wasn't a primarily Minecraft streamer, but that's cool. His chat was a little weird in the beginning, but I think that's often the case with the high viewership. Papaplatte called him out on it, and it was after that it was chill. That's, yeah, usually happens. Yeah, very cool. I hope he plays again. It would be really fun. I would be super down for that to happen. I will say though, because he is really big, it is hard for me to get in contact with him, but we'll see. We'll see what's possible. Anyways, back to the post. Why is it's okay? Reddit, and we have to scroll all the way down. Thank you, Reddit, for breaking. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you, my friend. Let's scroll down. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Another blockwars team just dropped. Ain't fine fruit Pete Gumi. Totally. Nope. Pete confirmed for Rivals. Very exciting. This team is so awesome. Hey guys, when you say something is for the girls and the gays, can you include me in that as well? The girls, the gays, and fruitberries, if it's not too much trouble. Thanks, guys. This team is very cool. It was a little weak, but it's a very fun little squad. Yes, I did like it. Very respectful. Definitely not rude, and definitely will not get you blacklisted. Oh, I do not want to watch this clip. But yes, this was a clip from my Rookies 2 teammate being a crybaby and refusing to play the game that he agreed on playing, which is great, but we'll move on. How the Teal Turtles won blockwars, how Anthfrost trained, streaming Hoplite, how the rest of the team trained, H-Bomb decked out on Hermitcraft, 5-up playing League of Legends, is that Jax was playing Suika game, and then Lancha was doing Femboy Friday date night. Beautiful. This is the first win of the year. My God, if nobody got me, I know Matt Griffin got me. Can I get an amen? Shout out Matt Griffin for keeping track of streamers' VODs, because a lot of streamers, for some reason, even though they literally would get free money for very little effort, decide that they do not want to export their VOD onto a channel. It is so easy. It is so simple and easy. You literally just click export, and then you sleep, and then you wake up, and you click, oh, it's finished. I post the video now, and you get money. I don't know, man. It's not a lot of money, but you get money. So, shout out Matt Griffin for doing it, but I don't know why streamers are so lazy. It's crazy. Fire in the Hole, one of my favorite teams, event teams ever. The chemistry was great, and the fact that they got first on controller was insane. It shows that 5-caster players don't need an insane mechanics to win, and that the events are more about game sense. True. The king is down. Oh, yes. Blockwars 12. The end of Joe Bart 100% finale win rate. It finally happened. But guys, on the flip side, you know who did end up winning Block Wars? That's right, Smallish Beans. So I don't think people would complain. I'm just saying, I think it's fine. I'm just saying, I think it's okay. So yes, that was the result of the event. Very fun. Very fun to see, that Joe getting to a finale doesn't mean that he guaranteed wins, and I actually don't have to worry about balancing him too much. I think no more nerf teams, not that I was nerfing him, but no more nerf teams necessary for Mr. Joe Bart. I think he'll be fine on whatever team I can give him. Banger team of Feinberg plus 4 anchors. Feinberg, Boostfer, correct, yes. It would be a great team. It's funny how they predicted Blockwars 11. That's crazy. Wow. Feinberg and Booster, and then 3 other people. But Feinberg and Booster, wow, crazy. Top Frag Sats from Blockwars 11, speaking of. Yeah, nothing in particularly to look at here, I think, that's super standout. I do think that balancing in this event was a little interesting. One of them, I was just a massive oversight. Well, no, okay. One of them was an oversight alongside misinformation. The red team having May, who we were told was going to be bad and then wasn't bad. Plus then realizing like, oh, Anthos might be a lot better in a weaker roster than in a stronger roster, and realizing all that a little bit too late. So yes, and then Cameron and Purple obviously were being some of the most dominant players in the entire event, and then so much on top of each other, just like crazy. Either way, we've learned from it because now we've had an S tier duo team that got third, and that was with a buff substitute. With a substitute that buffed the team, they still didn't make it the top two. So I think we finally figured out how to approach S tier duos, and they will happen more. I will guarantee you right now. I'll probably even guarantee you, well, not guarantee, but there's a very, very likely chance that there will be one in the next Block Wars. Probably. I would be surprised if we didn't have one, considering where Block Wars is at now. We'll probably have, enough lower tier players to, make a trio of them or something along those lines, and you'll probably see an S tier duo, or at least a very good duo, probably. Anyways, next up, I speak only truth. This guy won MCC before his own event. Correct. They picked the Wolfeei Extras profile picture as well. Wolfeei Extras hasn't won anything. The Wolfeei guy is doing great. Wolfeei Extras, me? Forgot. Hold up. Let me align this universe real quick. I haven't won shit. Oh no, I swore. Anyways, but Wolfei's been popping off this year, I'm just saying. New Block Wars team just dropped. Another one, wow. Fine, Fruit, Smant, Gumi, and Zeus. When was this? That looks like MCC texture in the background, so I assume this was an MCCI, like, practice stream, probably for the first MCC back this year. But what an interesting squad. What an interesting group of people that we have here. Well, interesting. Well. Anyways. Next up, Goat finally saying it said it instead of very unlikely. Well, there you go. Block Wars 12 top frag stats. What is in particular to note here? Nothing really. Kind of, Pangy honestly being the top frag of his team is very cool. I think it kind of makes sense. I don't remember the exact team he had, but I know he was teamed with Hannah, who I think we expected to be the top frag of the team. I know it was like a Lifesteal-esque team. I think Jumper might have been on the team too, but that was Jumper's first event, so yeah, overall pretty interesting to see Pangy top frag. But again, like mentioned before, 23% is like pretty close to like average points for a team, right? Which probably means that he had some teammates close behind him. So yeah, very interesting. Next up, Blocker System Manager needed help. This is past news, but yes. Quick updates on the Tubbo private block horse. Leaking Lewis Fulham back again. Prox chat is on. Teams will probably be more than 2, but less than 5, and he still has not made teams. You know who made the teams? Me. Because he asked me to. But yes. Shatter's Extraction. Team leaderboard. Oh wait, no, this is just him. Yeah, no, Shatter in Rookies 2 did end up getting 18 kills, 77 damage, and 2 extractions. I assume... No, not 3. No, that is crazy. That is insane. Because this team was one of the weaker ones too. So he just went full solo like mode and he popped off. He for sure popped off. That is for sure. He for sure did. Firemark talks about his Block Wars Chaos team that almost happened. Oh, yep. Leak Nation. But yes, sure. We'll talk. We'll let this play.
We are gonna be a team of 3. It was gonna be me, Curry, and Kel. That was the idea. But then we were told that when they did testing for Block Wars Chaos and they had 3 good players, like 3 S tier players on one team, that it was way busted. Which in my head doesn't make that much sense because you just have less people. But I guess if it's like the 3 actual best people, then it like is probably still busted.
I don't even remember if that's what we said, but yeah, that was the initial plan. I also think one factor that comes into play is, and I'll just be transparent on this, is because it was a sponsored event, we probably wanted to look at viewership a bit more, which is why I preferred to have Smant on the team. Because I wanted to get Smant included either way, but it's just, you know, a good thing to have someone like Smant in either way for that. And with Fine and Curry, that works really well. I do think instead of Awesome Dude, we could have had like another speedrunner there. I don't know who we would have put there, but probably another speedrunner would have been fine. But nah, I think it is what it is. There's always another time that we could try it, you know? We might just have Fine and whatever group play in a regular event. I don't know. Could Fine get top 3 in Origins? Trying to get top 10 in Rookies or CC events. Smile. Trying to get top 10 in Origins. Sad. Yes, Fine could get top 3? Depends on the team. But top 10, easy. Top 5, probably. Top 3, we'll see. Maybe. I don't know. But yes. Before and after, Ant Gem, or 5-up, Gem, Ant, H-Bomb, H-Jack, Ant, Lenshu, 5-up. If you didn't notice, Gem's been replaced with Jack and Lenshu. Nice. Blockwars Origins 30 teams. I think the reason this got a lot of upvotes is because Purpled was in it. And also Greninja. But yes, Purpled was in it, which was a very fun surprise. Very, very nice. Blockwars is back, baby. This was Blockwars 10 announcement because, you know, people expected maybe there was going to be a break. So there you go. MCC subreddit. This was April Fool's where we swapped MCC and Blockwars subreddit. It's very fun. Radoon's top 3, Minecraft Mayhem. Oh yeah, that's crazy. That is quite insane. Oh, this team was sick. My team was a little weak, but it was a fun one. It was a fun squad regardless. So yeah. Oh, and then finally, this will be the last post that we look at for today. This was when people complained about the Blockwars Chaos because this same thing as MCC Reddit. People were like, wah, too many special events, wah, when there was like one. Okay, so for reference, the timeline was there was Rookies 2, then there was Origins Rookies, then there was Toby's special Tubathon Blockwars event, and then there was Blockwars Chaos, and then Blockwars Origins Chaos. So, how it actually works, and how we count it, and how it should be counted, because, you know, Rookies 2, that's a special event. Rookies Origins 2, separate thing. That doesn't count as a second special event. That's its own thing. The Toby Blockwars, unofficial event. We literally never said that was an official Blockwars. It was never announced by Blockwars. It was announced by Tabo, I think. But it was never official. So that still doesn't count. Then we did Chaos, so that's the second one. So 2 events back-to-back being special. Boo-hoo, man. It was like one of the most cool events of all time. So complain, I guess. I don't know. But some people were like, there's been 4 in a row. And I'm just like, brother. If you want to use that logic, there were 6 regular events back-to-back. And there was no special event in between. That's kind of lame. So, I don't know. Anyways. Yeah, that's it for the posts this time around. Let me know your thoughts on the best post, top post, whatever post, Reddit roundup of 2024 Block Wars, and let's see what 2025 is in store for Block Wars. I'm curious. This will probably be one of the last few posts for Daily December regarding Block Wars. I think there will be one probably about the 2024 update for my dream roster. I don't know why my microphone is deciding to be very loud this time around, but whatever. But yes, there will probably be another video titled like My Dream Block Wars Roster 2024 Update Edition or something like that. And that'll probably be it. We'll probably have mostly MCC related stuff and probably a PB video as well. And that'll probably be it for the rest of the year. Anyways, thank you all for watching. I'll see you later. Goodbye.